Well, there's the first door. That's all I'm building today. I just wanted to get it all right. Took it in there. Looks good. It's got little slats in it now. Of course, when that's up on the cabinet, you won't be able to see what's inside. I like it better. That's all I need to do. We'll whip the rest out maybe tomorrow. That's a lot of work, man. A lot of cutting. But I like the result. So we're going to go with that. I'm going to put this stuff up and relax the rest of the day. What do you think of them apples? Alright, let me show you the new door compared to the old one. Sorry, I'm trying to hold this. It's a little shot, ain't worth setting the tripod up for. I just got my little video. So that's what the new cabinet's going to look like. I like it a lot better. Yeah. Alright, I made me a concoction. You know what a concoction is? That's when you take something that's whatever's in your cupboard and you make a meal out of it. Because I was too lazy to go to the store today. So we're making a concoction. I had this in there, Rice-A-Roni Mexican style. It's a pain in the butt to cook. I'll probably never buy it again. I got some Doritos left over from Jeff's party. I got a whole box of them things. Take that rice, throw it right in there like that. That's probably good right there. Then I'm going to take what's left of my chili. I don't have a spoon for that. I done ate most of the meat out of it, so I'm left with the soupy. And this is my 1970s favorite Tupperware bowl. It's good for chili, what have you. Should never use a slotted spoon. That way I'm getting all the meat. Look at that, that's a concoction. I'm gonna put a little cheese over the top of that because I like cheese. Concoction. I'm gonna stir that up and I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat it up real nice. And I'm gonna wash it down with ice cold milk, squeezed right out of the daggum jug. You still walking around with that milk bone? Won't you get in your stoop? I brought your stoop out for you. Can you imagine driving down the road and seeing Rooster sitting in that? She'll get in it in a minute. But she had a milk bone she's got to deal with. What are you going to do with that milk bone? Oh, there's two pieces. You going to sit there and eat them? Alright, then I'll come back and get you when you're in the stoop. What do you think of that? You imagine driving down the road, you know, you see that, and you look over at your wife and you go, Merle, is that a dog sitting in the throne? Oh, there's a bee. You don't want to mess with that bee eating that bug's butt. There's a bee eating on some bug stuck in my grill, and Rooster's interested in it. What you gonna do with that bee? You're silly. Alright, I did get out after all and drug the power tools out, wasn't too many, and redid that door the way I wanted it. It's a little bit of extra work doing all the cutting. I'm cutting down 1/2-inch pieces of cedar to 1/4 inch, and that exposes the new cedar. I mean, it looks like it does when it's green. That'll fade to match everything else in time. Everything's real red when you first put it up, and it's really strong smelling. I don't even smell it anymore, so I like the way that one came out. So I'm going to try to get out there in the morning. I just covered everything up with a tarp. Try to get out there in the morning and knock all the other 5 of them out. And I think there's a few more face plates I'll have to put on this cabinet, because the doors are actually going to be a little smaller, which worked out better. And then we'll get, I might do a little fancy piece at the top of it there, because I like to store a bunch of junk up there and I'd like to hide that. So, but it's certainly working out better than the old cabinet I had. I just had a square, it just come out straight. And the reason I tore it down is because it was about this deep, and it any kind of shelf that's deep, it's worthless because you just start packing stuff in there. Then you go to look for it, you can't find nothing. So at least by doing it in the corner, you know, it doesn't go back far, but it goes back far enough where you can get a lot of things in there. I actually added a few more shelves than what I had in the old one. And I rebuilt it. All the wood that I tore out of the old one, I used to build that one. Got some left over. I tore out my closet to get to the shower to fix it. And that all had cedar in it, and I tore all the cedar out, and that's the wood I'm using. I'm going to do something different in there, probably tin or something like that. I know cedar's the best thing to have in a closet, but we don't have a big moth problem. You never hardly, the only bugs I ever see in this house, and I think the cedar does have a lot to do with it because bugs don't like it, is daddy longlegs. Yep, took a shower with a couple of them this morning that live in there, and they always get in my shower. And then whenever they see me get in there, they go up top. I leave them alone. They eat the other stuff. But the worst thing we get is them little Asian beetles. They'll come out right before winter. Or I don't remember when they come out, but man, they are just all over up in the loft. And since I tore that laundry room down, when I tore that laundry room down, they were all inside the walls that I tore off, and I killed a lot of them off then. But you can't get away from everything. We have years so bad they'll just cover the whole side of the house, and that lasts for a few weeks. And it's like every month we get something. You know, the end of July we had all the dragonflies. There was just thousands of them everywhere, and you can just walk right through them. They don't bother you. They're good to have. They eat all the mosquitoes. So we had a lot of them this year, and it took a lot of the mosquitoes out. So man, I'm looking forward to cooler temperatures. I just don't do the heat well anymore. I don't think anybody that gets older does. It's just hard to work. I can't work very long in the heat. And it wears you out. You got to stay hydrated. And thank God we're going to be in the low 80s next week. I think I saw some days in 84, 85, and I can handle that. Even that's a little bit too warm. I like it about 70. The only place you can really live that's like 70 is like San Diego. Who wants to live in that, you know? Yeah, the weather's nice, but anywhere the weather's nice, you got to deal with something. Like South Florida, the weather's nice. But man, look what you got to deal with, you know? It is nothing but a city all the way down the coast, and that ain't for me. So anyway, this will be the last video of the day. We'll get it uploaded. I'll see y'all in the morning, and we're going to get them cabinet doors knocked out tomorrow, and I got a whole busy week. As long as my saw holds it, my table saw sounds like bearings going out in it. That thing has done a lot of work. It's done this whole house. Same with my chop saw. It's seen better days, but they're still going. One day I'll get new ones and have a shop. Boy, it'd be nice to have a shop out there where I could go in there and just build those cabinet doors. But you know, I deal with what I'm dealt, and it's not too bad when the weather's nice being outdoors, cutting on some wood. So later, folks. Happy trails.